Hello, hi. My name is Raghavendar Pagidipala. My student ID is 118666277. Here I am going to explain about coursework 7072 Machine Learning. For this coursework, I choose the dataset about the obesity level. So I choose this dataset from the UCA Machine Learning repository. So I download the dataset into local and I read the dataset by using the pandas. So I imported the pandas as a PD and I read the dataset with using these pandas. So here you can see that my dataset contains two triple one rows and 17 columns. So each 17 columns, the column 1 is the gender and age, height, weight, the family history with overweight, and FAVC, the frequency of the high calories food consumption, FCVC, frequency of the vegetable consumption, NCP is number of the main meals, CAEC is frequency of the food consumption between the meals, and smoking habits and frequency of the water consumption, SCC, calorie consumption monitoring, and FAF, physical activity, and TAU is the time utilization, uh, technical devices, and whether he has the frequency of the alcohol consumption and transportation mode. So based on this all attribute, it is affecting on the obesity level. So with this attribute we can decide the obesity level type. So obesity levels have this 7 categories. One is insufficient weight and a normal weight, and obesity 1 level 1, obesity level 2, obesity level 3, and overweight level 1 and overweight level 3. So based on this input attribute we can decide the level of the obesity. So before doing the experiment on my data set, I need to do the pre-processing the data set. In the pre-processing, it involves the missing values, nothing but we need to check the null values, whether data set is contain the null values or not. So here I check the data, my null values using the code. So I found that there is no null value. So now I jump into the to find the duplicate values. Here I check the duplicate values. So my data set is contained the 24 duplicate values in each attribute. So I need to delete all these duplicate values to get the more accuracy. So by using this code, I deleted my duplicate values and I reset the all the indexes. So further to reset the index, I use this code and I got the reset indexes. So now the next step is I need to change the some of the attributes. It has the categorical things. So I need to change the categorical to numerical to because to process to process my data set for to algorithm. So here I imported the libraries from the SQL and processing input the label encoder. With this library I can change into categorical to numerical. So I have the gender, family history with overweight, FAVC, CAEC, smoke, and SSC, CALC, and M trends and obesity levels are the categorical level. Now I change into numerical. So this is the output I got it. So now my data set contain all the numerical value, and now I can process my data set into I can do experiment and algorithms experiment on my data set. So before that I need to choose input variable and output variable, target variable. So I decided X is my input and Y is the target value. So X is contain all the attribute which is except the target value, that nothing but obesity, and Y is contain the target value. So before after that I need to choose the split my data set into test data and train data. So I should first I should we need to do the train the data, then we need to apply for the test data to predict the whether algorithm working out properly or not. So I imported suitable library, that is SQL learn model selection, import train test split. So here I splitted my data into test data and train data. Now I'm applying the first algorithm, random forest classification. So for here I'm applying the three algorithms, so which is random forest and decision tree and Navi Bayes. So first I am applying and my data set random forest classifier. So to apply the random forest I need the library for the random forest from sklearn and Ansible import random forest classifier. I imported the required library for the random forest, and I train my data by using the random forest, and then I test the data. So the random forest is giving the 95% accuracy. Now we check the feature importance. So how much importance of the feature, uh, how much importance it is affecting the each features and the output variable. So here by using this code I check the importance of the feature. Here I got the percentage of the feature. So a gender 5%, age 9%, overall comparing to all these, we have the weight is getting more important compared to the remaining things. Now here I'm representing the same thing in the graphical method. So percentage importance versus data columns, and the data columns and percentage of the importance. Now we predict the now we are going to the predict the by using the random forest. So here I predicted. So this prediction is giving the more nearly 95% is accuracy. So now we created the conversion matrix, which is gives the which is gives the accuracy and accuracy matching with the classification and unmatched with the classification. All the diagonal elements will give the matches with the classification, which is matching with the classification. Other triangle variables, it gives the unmatched classification. So now we'll find the accuracy score with, for the random forest we got the accuracy is a 95 percentage. So now we'll give the cross validation. So the cross validation gives the overall accuracy percentage of the prediction. So now we'll generate the final report of the classification report for the random forest here. So we're getting the precision values of the each output variable. So here, so I change into the data set data frames to read easily. So insufficient weight we got the 96%, normal weight 95, and opacity level 1 or level 2 opacity type 3 we got the 100% of accuracy. So same thing I represented in the form of the graphical method. So overall we got the 95% with the random forest. We will apply the same thing for the decision tree. So here I call the respective libraries which is useful for the decision tree, and then applied the train data, I applied the test data. With the help of the decision tree, I got the 71% of accuracy, and the same thing I applied in the graphical method, the decision tree. This is a decision tree I got overall. Overall, it is splitted into according to the target the levels, and now we are going to apply the Navi bias, and so same data set the Navi bias I applied in the same data set. I trained the data set and a tested data set. With the help of the Navi bias, I got the 59% of accuracy. So comparing all these three classification algorithms, so random forest gives it more accuracy compared to the remaining two algorithms, decision tree and Navi bias. So we can easily say that so random forest is giving the more accuracy than decision and random forest, the decision tree and Navi bias. So this is the what the about overall about my the coursework. Thank you so much for the giving this opportunity. Thank you.